He wasn't born into fame, yet there was always a quiet intensity about him, a focused energy and natural screen presence that made him stand out long before leading roles found him. Atakan Hoşgören didn't simply enter Turkish television. He built momentum step by step, turning early discipline and athletic dedication into one of the most promising young acting careers of his generation. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Atakan Hoşgören was born on May 5, 1999, in Istanbul, Turkey. Before cameras and scripts became part of his world, he was deeply involved in sports, particularly basketball. Years of structured training shaped his competitive mindset, time management, and resilience, qualities that would later define his professional approach to acting. Unlike many who grow up aiming for the spotlight, his path unfolded gradually, guided by discipline rather than instant visibility. His acting career began with supporting roles in youth-oriented television projects, where his calm delivery and relatable presence quickly caught attention. He appeared in series such as 4N 1K İlk Aşk, introducing him to a younger audience and establishing him as a rising face in teen drama storytelling. The true turning point in his career came with his lead role as Ozan in Kardeşlerim. The series became a major rating success and expanded internationally, significantly elevating his profile. Through Ozan, Atakan portrayed emotional growth, loyalty, inner conflict, and vulnerability, earning recognition for bringing subtle depth to a character navigating hardship and responsibility. The role proved he could handle layered storytelling rather than surface-level youth charm. Rather than remaining limited to one character type, Atakan has shown clear intention in expanding his craft. He gravitates toward emotionally grounded roles that allow internal conflict to unfold naturally, reflecting a long-term strategy rather than chasing short-lived trends. His performances suggest patience, controlled energy, and a willingness to evolve with each project. Off-screen, Atakan maintains a relatively low profile. His lifestyle reflects structure and physical discipline, shaped by his athletic background. Fitness remains an important part of his routine, not only for appearance, but for mental clarity and balance. He avoids excessive public exposure, keeping attention centered on his work rather than personal headlines. In terms of public image, he represents a modern blend of approachability and composure. Fashion-wise, he favors clean, understated looks that align with his calm persona. Brand collaborations and media appearances have grown steadily, mirroring his rise in television popularity without overwhelming his presence. By 2026, Atakan Hoşgören is regarded as one of the most promising young male leads in Turkish television. Producers value his reliability, audiences connect with his sincerity, and industry observers note his consistent improvement from project to project. His estimated net worth reflects earnings from television roles, brand partnerships, and growing international exposure through global distribution platforms. What distinguishes him most is controlled progression. Rather than chasing instant superstardom, he appears focused on building credibility. Each role feels like a calculated step forward, reinforcing depth over hype and longevity over momentary visibility. As of 2026, Atakan Hoşgören stands as a symbol of steady rise in modern Turkish entertainment, disciplined, evolving, and quietly powerful in his presence. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. He wasn't born into privilege or instant stardom. Yet from the very beginning, there was a quiet intensity, a commanding presence, sharp focus, and natural authority that made him impossible to ignore. Kenan İmirzalıoğlu didn't simply become a leading man in Turkish television. He redefined what strength, depth, and charisma could look like on screen. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you enjoyed deep dives into iconic careers, real journeys, and the stories behind legendary names, make sure you're subscribed and stay tuned. Kenan İmirzalıoğlu was born on June 18, 1974, in Balıkesir, Turkey. Raised in a modest family with strong values, his early life was far removed from cameras and fame. Academically gifted, he studied mathematics at Yildiz Technical University, a path that reflected his disciplined and analytical nature long before acting entered the picture. Everything changed in 1997 when he won the Best Model of Turkey and later Best Model of the World. That victory didn't just introduce him to the entertainment industry. It positioned him as a rare blend of intellect, physical presence, and screen potential. Unlike many models who fade quickly, Kenan treated the opportunity as a foundation, not a shortcut. His acting debut came with Deli Yürek, a series that became a cultural phenomenon. Playing Yusuf Miraglu, Kenan captured the spirit of rebellion, honor, and emotional conflict in a way that resonated deeply with audiences. The role transformed him into a household name and established his signature style: intense, principled, and quietly powerful. Rather than chasing constant visibility, Kenan made deliberate choices. Projects like Ezel elevated his status from star to legend. As Ezel actor, he delivered one of the most complex performances in Turkish television history, layered with betrayal, revenge, vulnerability, and psychological depth. The series achieved international acclaim and remains a benchmark for quality storytelling. He continued this trajectory with Karadai, portraying Mahir Kara, a man torn between justice and love, and later became the face of intelligence and composure as the long-running host of Kim Millionaire Olmak Ister. Each role reinforced his image as a figure of authority and trust, both fictional and real. Kenan's career is defined by restraint. He avoids overexposure, appears rarely but impactfully, and prioritizes substance over frequency. This selective approach has protected his mystique in an industry driven by constant visibility, allowing every return to feel significant. Off-screen, his life reflects the same discipline. In 2016, he married actress Sinem Kobel in a widely admired yet dignified union. Together, they maintain a low profile, focusing on family and privacy rather than spectacle. Kenan is known for his reserved demeanor, rarely engaging in controversy or unnecessary media narratives. Financially, his success mirrors his career philosophy. His estimated net worth is built through high-profile acting roles, long-term brand partnerships, and selective endorsements, accumulated steadily over decades rather than through short-lived hype. What truly distinguishes Kenan İmirzalıoğlu is longevity. From action-driven dramas to psychological thrillers, from leading roles to cultural influence, he has sustained relevance without reinventing himself for trends. Instead, he refined his craft, strengthened his presence, and let consistency speak louder than noise. As of 2026, Kenan İmirzalıoğlu stands as more than an actor. He represents discipline, patience, and timeless masculinity in Turkish entertainment, a figure whose legacy is built not on volume, but on impact. That brings us to the end of today's feature. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.